Okay, cool. So I told you I'll be back, and I'll give you a Zoom room number, and we will talk about a couple things. Wanted to show a video of this. Oh, I don't know, a psych job, psychology operation. What is an operation? What is an operative? Oper? I don't know. Let's probably look up that word, huh? Probably look at the root of it. What does it mean? Is it a good thing? Is it a bad thing? Operations are sometimes necessary. Sometimes they're done when they shouldn't be. A lot of doctors, because they make more money. If there wasn't money involved, how many operations would ever occur? Minimum. You know why? Because people wouldn't get sick enough to need an operation. Yeah, they wouldn't. If it wasn't for money and greed, somebody having more than you, wouldn't. There would be no. Doctors wouldn't push for an unneeded operation. Between what is called what are they called? HAIs, hospital um, hospital acquired infection. 100,000 deaths a year. And there's also what is called here. So another one is a really good word. It's like where doctors cause people to get really sick and die because of mistreatment, surgeries that were not needed, drugs that were overprescribed, or they had a contradiction with another drug. Oh, lots of people die. What is it called when a doctor decides because the love of money is more important than yeah, people's love of money is more important than place anything you want after that. I'm not going to use that quote from somebody else. Everybody knows. Everybody knows that quote. But you can put your own thing. You put anything after it's still going to work because people's love of money trumps so many things because it gives them energy and power. Well, I'd rather do it for the money. If people didn't have that, they had power, access, got to take care of lives. People live outside their means, and they live like to a point like take care of mine first. And it's like to this degree, like do you really need a house with 10 bedrooms and 6 bathrooms, and you have 10 people that live with you? Like that's your house? No, that's just for extra. Okay, makes sense. It's always very funny. There are some people that maybe they have a family that big and they need it, but I know people that have like probably no family, have a huge house, many bedrooms, just empty. And I know people crazy. Here's how crazy the world is. I know people. They got 3 kids sleeping in one bedroom. They got 2 people crammed in here. Somebody sleeping on the couch and somebody sleeping over here. 2 bedroom and like 7 people living there. Whoa! But then, why don't they just trade houses? No, couldn't do that. Couldn't do that. No, those people with the big house, they earned that house. They need that. They need the extra bedrooms for all their great conversations they're gonna have about how they can make more money and get bigger houses. I mean, it's just the level of insanity is hilarious. Yeah. So when these doctors continually prescribe poison to people, what do you think will eventually happen? Won't they die from that poisoning? Huh? You don't think people get poisoned from the food? I think the water has poison in it. Who came up with this silly game? If we poison everybody, make them sick, and then also offer them a solution. We have all the power. We can control everything. Weird, weird, man. Yeah, but what would it look like if doctors didn't get paid the way that you pay them now? If they were just doing it because hey, just like teachers. Teachers love to teach. They love to help people. Be a teacher. Be a doctor. You want to help people. Make those professions much lower paying. Even then, because teachers don't deserve much of anything. For real. People are like, oh, how do you say that? Why? Because all they do is teach lies and bullshit to children. That's why. Because they put them into a prison system, sit them down, and tell them what to do. It's not teaching. It's demanding and ordering against, oh, I don't know, what the mind would actually rather do, what the body would rather do. Sit down in an uncomfortable chair that is not only uncomfortable but very unhealthy in a million ways. Would you like me to discuss all the ways the chairs that these children sit in are completely unhealthy for their mind, body, and spirit? No wonder they're acting up. Sit the fuck down and listen. Go to the doctor's office. Go get your ADD pills, your OCD pills. You're freaking out, man. Come on, kid. You got too much energy. Kids are supposed to have energy. They just came out the fucking womb. They want to play. They want to participate in the world. They want to learn. They don't want you demanding them what to do. Yeah, let me tell you. How about those shoes? Walking around with those shoes on, sitting in those chairs, telling them to sit down and shut the fuck up. No wonder. Yeah. Just put them right under your thumb, teacher. Teachers are the worst. The worst. In order. Let's see in order. I don't think there's an order, but we can just throw them into a pile. Doctors, priests, teachers, put them in the same pile. Yep. Same pile of bullshit. All of them could be. I mean, the title would imply spiritual leader. Priest should be. It's not, though. No, quite often, no, it's not. Doctor, supposed to be helping people that have pains and injuries, and no, they're not. They're just giving people drugs and then cutting and burning and poisoning people. So that's not really that good. They're not just because they title themselves, but they do something completely different. Teachers, supposed to be educating and helping and assisting to furthering the insight of knowledge and wisdom, but instead they're giving people trivial bullshit that has nothing to do with truth or integrity, and giving us lies upon lies. They don't even know it because they've never done any research. Could be a noble profession. All three of those could be, but they're not. Not in any way. They don't deserve half the paycheck they get. I got into it. Love. How many people I know they're doctors and teachers and doctors and teachers and I don't really know preachers. I do know a couple. They turn into really weird people. Weird as fuck. Then you got the doctors. Like, after a while, they kind of goes, I want to help people. No, they didn't. I want to be a veterinarian. Yeah, okay, cool. Help the animals, right? You know how you can first help them? Stop feeding them fucking dog food, because that's not dog food. That's pellets of shit that no one should eat, especially animals. What's dogs eating in nature? What would dog food be? Oh, I don't know. Maybe what you eat? Pretty similar. But now we need dog pellets, dry dog pellets of protein. No wonder these. Why? How do you think the fuck that happened? Huh? You don't know how that happened? Oh, some industry was like, hey, you know what we could do? We could start poisoning the dog food. Poison the dog food. Come on, we got these people coming in here. Poison the dog food. Dogs will get sick. They'll come. We gotta have veterinarians. No longer is it just helping dogs that acutely injured, like kind of cut something, broke a leg, whatever. No, you know what? We can get them sick and then bring them all the time in here. Gotta give them shots too. Give them shots? You insane people. You're insane. You're literally fucking insane. Veterinarians? You want to be a doctor. No, you want that money, doc. I know what you want. I know everybody's a doctor. Think they're smarter than everybody. Think they're doing something right. And they get really pissed. They go bald real quick. Because of the stress. Because they know they're full of shit. Teachers, they love to teach. They want to help the kids and educate. See, after about 3 years, no, they don't. No, they don't. I used to hang around lots of teachers. I know all about that shit. They tell you when that sets in. They go, oops, this is not what I thought it was. But they already in there. What are they going to do? They got the summers off. They like that. Unless they start doing summer school. What are they going to do? What are they going to do? What are they educated enough to do? Seriously. Most teachers are not educated enough to take another job on. They can say, here, I teach 3rd grade, 4th grade, 5th grade. Yeah, okay. Good for you. What do you teach? Well, whatever's in the book. You don't even know how it works. What's up, Jay Marley? How are you doing? Yeah. So, what are these people's Lincoln? What are you doing? Yes, sir. Yeah. So what are these people doing? What are they teaching? What do they hope to accrue out of this? What kind of Yeah. People go into it wanting to help everybody. You know, I know. People always feel this way. I really want to help the world. They want to help the world, but in net result, they're fucking the world up. It'd be like going to a class and having a retard teach you, which is really what it is. It's like going to a doctor that knows nothing about health and trying to make you healthy. Why the fuck? Yeah, it's like you might as well go to a Burger King drive-through and ask them. Um, Go to the Burger King drive-through and consider those people as informed as the doctors that are doing surgery on you, that are giving you any drugs or whatever. They know just as much. Go in there, ask them what to do. Like, hey, Burger King employee guy, you're a doctor, right? Can you help me with something here? They know just as much as the doctors do about health, well-being. Drive-through doctors these days. Well, so what are we gonna do? What do we do as a society? Surrounded by people that swear they know what's going on, but they don't. What's the rate of cancer in the world? It's like 1 in 2 right now. How many trillions of dollars have people given to cancer? They're giving money to fight cancer. Do you understand? There's a war against cancer. They come through. You want a yellow ribbon? It's a booby cancer. We're gonna cut boobies off. You know how insane a woman is to cut their tits off? That's fucking insane. And you know what? Because they got tricked. They got tricked into cutting off their tits. Well, I had cancer. No, what were you sticking in your fucking mouth? What were you eating? What was your diet like? What else was going on? How were you getting radiated? Where do you work? How much stress do you have in your life? None of these go into matter. You got a lot of cancer. We're gonna have to cut those tits right off. And you're brave. You're a survivor. No, you got tricked. I'm sorry that you got your tits cut off, and that's terrible. It's fucking horrible. I know, but we can't look at that and go, that's bravery. That's that. No, that's a bunch of people lying and taking advantage of people. We have to look at the opposite of that. Not look at this symbol of what? Of complete lack of ignorance of the state of being that has so overwhelmed people's just. Would you even think that ever in a million years that would be a good idea? No. Where did all this cancer come from? I thought we can't figure it out. We literally put trillions of dollars to trillions with a T. How many doctors, how many schools, how many researchers, how many scientists have done research on this and they can't figure out what the fuck it is? Right. Okay, buddy. Yeah. Yeah. When in fact there are plenty of people, lots of people that have embraced the practice of health. Well, like what is health and what the practices of becoming healthy, that they have remissed all of the things that are cancer. But then they didn't take any drugs, any poisons. They fasted. They stopped eating all the garbage. They closed their fucking trap. And they let the people use it. See, I use my mouth this way to speak goodness, and I stopped shoveling shit into my mouth. And what most people need to do, they've been shoveling so much shit in their mouth, stop, close your mouth, and let people that are saying something because we've been done this, and listen, open these things up. If you listen twice as much and talk half as much and eat almost nothing, imagine the amount of shit that you'll learn. Imagine how more informed your body will become. Literally informed with like information. You know, information? Informed. Inform. Form. Wow, holy shit. But everybody got a theory on things. Motherfucker, doctors got practice. You got theories, doctors got practice. I have results and facts. Why? Because I've participated myself through my own sciences, through my own body, through my own temple, through my own work. And there's plenty of people that have too, and they're healthier for it. Huh? Bruh. Really? You know what I'm saying? And everybody out here, oh no, but the doctor said that. Oh, did you give them enough money yet? Are you invested into the? They're not interested in. If they tell you how to fix cancer, their money dries up. They don't have a current anymore. They don't have energy going to it. They have nothing to do. They don't want to solve that problem. Once you solve a problem, what do you got to do? Holy shit, it's no problem to be solved. There's no money anymore. I bet you if people stopped giving money to all these cancer societies of bullshit, you'd start to hear really quickly how they might have come up with some solutions to cancer. You would. They'd come real close to telling you something, almost the truth. Oh shit. Then you'd be like, oh, they almost found it, but we just need a little more, just a little more. They're drug addicts. They're addicts of drugs, yes. They just need a little more. They need one more, just a little more money to get the final thing that they got to figure out about how cancer is going to be fixed. Despite the fact that I know of many people that have embraced the actions of what are healthy thoughts, movement patterns, grounding themselves, breathing patterns, relationships, movement, creativity. All of these things can, if you can tie a knot, you can untie a knot. Imagine that. Some people's knots are way more knotted up. But you know what? You just hand the person the rope. You go, okay, you can find the first little there you go. Have fun. There you go. They're looking at this knot going, what the fuck? I cannot get that apart. Okay, fine. But if I cut this knot out, if I cut this knot out for you, right? If I just cut it out for you, this is what doctors do. If I cut this knot out for you, what happens? You're not going to change anything you do, and you're going to get, now you have two strands that are going to get knotted up, and it's going to be way worse. That's what happens with cancer. They cut it out, and nobody changes their habits or their diet or their practices. They say, it's a miracle that somebody took a pair of scissors and cut out a knot. No, it's not. It's not at all. But if you were, you could cut that right out. You better immediately, don't backslide. You better stay on that diet. You better stay on that healthy shit, or else it's going to be twice as bad when it does come back to you, because it will. Because everybody that goes to a doctor and gets cured, they don't get cured of cancer. They remove it, and then you just go ahead and start throwing the same shit back in your body and wonder what happens. Well, I got cancer, came back. It came back. No, you were doing the same stupid shit. That's what happened. But you could just undo the knot. It would work too. And you ain't got to worry about it. And then if you go through the struggle of undoing the knot that you put there by eating a bunch of stupid shit, you're going to think about, damn, maybe I shouldn't eat all that shit again, and end up with the fucking knot that I got to undo because that took out some effort. Yeah? It's way hard to get back into shape, isn't it? It's very easy to get out of shape. I know all about it. I've done it plenty of times. I do micro. This is like when you rip a muscle, you micro tear a muscle so that the muscle rebuilds itself stronger. So you make a little knot, and then you get that little knot out, and it's a lesson in meditation. But if you just keep putting knots all over you, you're gonna have a hard time getting them out. You're gonna have massage therapists, chiropractor, acupuncturist. You're gonna have to do flexibility exercise. You're gonna be able to get to the gym every day. You're gonna be sweating shit off. You ain't gonna be all that shit that you've been eating that you really like, that you're addicted to mentally and physically. Can't have that no more. Oh man, might as well just fucking keep eating. Just eat yourself to death. Might as well. You're gonna die anyways, right? That's the logic behind it. So be it. It's not for the rest of your life. Doesn't matter. Can't do anything about it. I stressed myself out where I was troubling my own life because I thought that I was supposed to help people. I thought it wasn't a savior complex by any means, but it was something like, hey, I know this man, I can help you. Why won't you listen to me? And now I'm just like, I did what I should have done. People ain't listening. People want to argue with me. Fuck you. Ignore you. I don't have time for you. You incense me. That's what people have done to me. They've taken advantage of what I've offered freely and think that I owe them, and no longer. And it feels much better. I'm so much more calm. I get less sleep, but I have more energy. Less sleep, I don't need it, and I'm more comfortable. I could drink coffee and I'm not anxious. Sit here and meditate longer. I don't know. Everything's okay. Because I'm not gonna let people throw their stress at me or to say anything to me about anything that I do. Because I know what I am. I know what I offer. And I'm not gonna take on people's burdens. Your burdens are not mine. Your burdens are yours. Hey, and everybody's in here, 9 people in here, no thumbs up. Not a burden to me that you didn't give me a thumbs up. I just think that's just proof of how selfish people are. Seriously. You can't even figure out what the thumbs up button is. You come up in here, wanting my time, my energy, and this is why this channel right here is turning it into everyone's gonna have to get a membership. There's gonna be levels to the membership, and whether or not you can even comment to me. It's gonna work that way. It has to, because I just been spinning my wheels and wasting my time, bleeding out energy like I'm a fucking bleeding heart, right? Like, oh, here, just let me help you. I've been doing that too much. No more. Sorry. Shit's cut off. No more. Fucking lovely day though. Yeah, it's just a reminder that I've gotten so many people speak to me about things that have been bothering them, and I know that if it's bothering, here's something that you should understand. In business, I'll use a business idea, then I'll use a psychological idea, then I'll use something else. In business, if you get someone to write a review about your restaurant, say you're running a restaurant and it says your restaurant sucks dick, you should know that there's 10 other people that believe that, but they're just not going to waste their time writing it. People will happily write oh, thank you, that was a great meal. Oh, thank you, that was, and people will sometimes, like, out of the way go, wow, that was fucking fabulous. Thank you so much. Here, a handwritten letter. See that? And it's on the walls, and they're, thank you so much for the great service, and the food was wonderful. Yeah, So this is what happens, and these people that say your food sucks, you better consider what you're offering as food to people. Yeah. But most places, well, they just go, fuck it, I'm making money, I don't care, I got a restaurant. Yeah, they do. If they making money, they don't give a fuck. I've been on places, and like, it's just like an old place, and it's like, I'm looking at the tables, kind of wobbly tables and stuff on the wall, like I'm like, the person sitting there, I know they're driving a nice car, they're making 6 figures a year. They could invest some money back into their business, but do you know what they are? They're lazy. They just don't care. They just don't care. Me, on the other hand, I both care so much and I care so little. You could say I cremated care. Oh no, did he say he's a Mason and he cremated care and he burnt down some shit at a Bohemian Grove with some owls and shit because he can see from another level? Perhaps I did. How would you know? But no, I didn't. And I care so much but I care so much that I can't care. Because I care about if I care about myself the way I care about everyone else, then I can't actually assist you unless I've assisted myself. How do you think it is that I can help so many people? Because I know more than most of you. It's a fact. It just so happens. Why? Because at one point I was stupid, and what did I do? I decided, hey, I don't like being stupid. I don't like being a dummy. Let me ask a question. When you ask a question, you're a dummy. You're a fool for a second. But then that fool in his folly becomes wise. But if you don't ask a question, you maintain your foolishness for life. So it's better to look foolish for a moment or two, which I have plenty of times. I look foolish all the time. Oh well, you learn something. And sorry I didn't finish that story about the restaurants because I couldn't quite. I forgot exactly my point that I was getting to, which is not often that I do this, but I do forget what I was getting at there. But nonetheless, maybe I'll listen to this later and I'll go, oh shit, that was the point. Jesus, why did I forget that? Oh, but I have new editing software. I somehow out of this is the craziest shit how the world works. I'm talking about like I teach people about magic and people don't get this. Start putting some ideas out there and shit happens. I've had this computer for I don't know, almost a year now, maybe even more than that, and I don't use it ever because it wouldn't connect to the internet. It was giving me problems, and it was like when I did, I tried to use my YouTube to hook up to the make live videos, and it was like, no, you need to download this, you need this, you need the passkey, you need this, and the computer wouldn't even let me download it. It was being I was like, Jesus, what the fuck? And I opened it up the other day. Finally, it just let me download Zoom. I was like, all right, because Zoom's on here, cool. Then I opened up my YouTube, and it just let me do a live stream on it, just out of nowhere. Just gave me another option. It was like, you could push this button. I was like, really? I could never push that button before. I was like, yes, you can push this button. I was like, I'll push this button. I could do a live on it. And then it let me download all the extra software to run to run another program underneath it, so I can do other things with it. Oh my gosh, crazy, right? I didn't have to do anything. Like all I did was just like, yo, this shit needs to work like this. It never worked before. It wouldn't function. Like I'm not an idiot. I know how computers work. I know what I need to do. I know drivers and I know software and all the systems. I know this shit. It just wouldn't work. Wouldn't function. And just magically, just like that, just worked. Just gave me a new option. I was like, where? I didn't even download nothing new. So with these newfound capacities I have the Zoom now, and I have the YouTube capacity on here. I will be turning this into this YouTube is going to be members only. I don't remember what I named this broadcast. I was going to call it members only, but remember them old jackets? You remember them? Anybody grew up in the 80s and 90s? The members only jackets? Yeah, man. But I'm, again, it's gonna be nominal. I'll do things on here that are, you can pay. You can be like minimal would be like $1 a month, and you'll get to maybe listen to me talk once a week. I don't know. I'll see what the setup. I still got to do all the reading and figure out how to apply everything and how I do that. But then it'll be up to like however much money you want to participate with. Like how much you want to participate with me. And all of those things will unlock different things. Maybe my email. Maybe like you can talk to me on the phone once a month. For X amount of dollars. You can come to my Zoom rooms for this much per class, or for the month, if you give me this much, you can come to every class all the time and the other shit that we do. So yeah, it just has to change this way. I'm not the head of the programming systems or in front of the firmware. I'm not in front of that. I don't. It was already put there. It's already good enough. It's working. So I'm working with some hardware, a little bit of hardware, and a little bit of a lot of software systems, and the actual application of knowledge bases into those software systems to have them run more. Oh, I don't know. Streamline. Like sometimes there's gas guzzling machines. Things that use too much energy, and then in fact they don't produce anything. Yeah, so we'll be changing that, and it'll be fun too, because anybody on here knows my attitude and the way that I am is not changing. I'm still going to be telling people fucking dipshits if I want to. I'm still going to be laughing with people. I'll still let people make fun of me. I'll still let people question me. I don't give a fuck. Let me learn this way. I'm learning from it too. It's great. Each one teach one. But I will be sequestering people's wallets. I'm gonna need your entry fee is not going to be identification. It's going to be identification through currency. That if you don't have the correct current or frequency to get into a classroom, you cannot enter. And I have nothing to do with that. It's just I have to, you don't walk into a dojo and go, oh, I'm gonna go take a black belt class when you don't even know the first position in to get a white belt, and there's just enough people in here that are different levels where I can teach at the higher levels, but I'm not teaching white belt to people anymore. No, you don't get yellow, you don't get the orange belt, none of this shit. You don't get the stripes, fuck that. You go talk to somebody else about that, you'll find that somewhere else. Some people that just aren't. I'm teaching PhD shit here, so we must remember this. If you think I'm like talking out my ass, then go somewhere else and find somebody else that has anything even near the level of what I'm saying, and you won't. So listen to them first, though, because they'll give you plenty. There's only a few teachers on my level. That's a fact. You can ask people. They'll tell you. There's lots of people that time and time again. I'm terrible with compliments. I'm terrible with people telling me this kind of shit. They're like, who the fuck are you, and what like you're on my top 3 list of teachers, like with people that you know their names. Nobody else knows. It's just what it is. I can't help it. Well, so I'm just accepting those compliments at this point. I accept your compliments. I will not accept your, but I do not accept your any bullshit. I laugh at your bullshit. You know. And so I'm going to also accept your compliments will be how much of your energy are you going to expend on helping yourself. You give me some of the energy, which will help me make better. I can get better systems. I can make this more fun. I can hire people to do things that will make this shit more streamlined. I can oh shit I could people that like doing things, like if I'm saying something, they could typing something down and make a booklet or something out of it, and you guys can download that shit if you want to do studies on alphabet. If you want to, by the time this shit gets going, I mean, a couple months in the road, like shit, you could have a pamphlet, a book that's as big as fucking, like, holy shit. I can write a book without even have to writing anything down myself. Yeah, because I don't want to. I just don't want to. I used to write a lot. I used to type a lot. I just don't want to. Do I have to want to? No. But yet a book will still be put together with my words. I promise you that. Abracadabra. Amen. Ra. Whatever. So, let's see. Who's in here? What's going on? Jay Marley, what are you doing? Lincoln. Have I read any interesting articles recently? I read a lot of interesting articles, but I've just been interacting with a lot of people recently on the platform, on the Zoom platform, where I'm interacting with a lot more people. So I kind of get little bits and pieces of information there. I've really put off a lot of reading, although I've definitely, I listen to other people's channels that do like current events and news, and I kind of just highlight. I just kind of look for keywords, because I can spin that into something, and I just look for the highlights of it. Because I already know the framework, you know what I mean? Like what's going on with the news articles. I don't care about the extra bullshit writing. It's all the same thing. It could be a computer program. You don't even need to employ people anymore. All you need to do is have a few people encode a few keywords. The rest of the words are all the same. If you understood, they're just using they're using the algebraic method to put quotes. And quotes is basically brackets around something. Say, okay, here, multiply and divide by this, and that's all they're doing. So if I can look at that, I just go, oh, okay, I know what it says. Let me just put that together and expand on that, and I can show you how, through allegory, through analog systems, the same thing works. And so that's the best way to, if you must teach someone, you teach them through what they know already. So if you know automobiles, I could teach you about your body, because your body is equivalent to an automobile in so many ways. I could teach you about your body and mind through a computer, because it's exactly, I could teach you about the body through the electrical system if you know electricity. Because I know such a vast number of software programs, we call them, different things. Like I've done so many different things, like sales and marketing and stocks, and sold cars and built houses, and name something. And I can make an analogy of how that functions. And because I've also not just because I've done those things, but because I've also done the work on myself, my own temple, my body, and done the fasting, and done the things that are required physically to do, it's easy for me to, it's not something that comes easy to me. The other people can't come easy to, because they have not done the work on themselves. The magnus opus, or the magnus opus, or the magnum opus, the great work upon oneself. Now it's always happening, but there are certain milestones that you reach. Once you level up, that's like you're in the new level. So I've done that. And, sometimes I'll walk back a level just to, hey guys, you gonna come up here? You gonna come on? I always give this method. I take 2 steps forward. So if there's stairs, 1 stair, 2 stair. What I do is I go, okay, you guys stay there. I'm gonna go up 2 levels. And I take 1 step back and I go, okay, it's cool, guys. I put my hand down and I pick people up. Here, come to this level. And they go, and I go, okay, I already know the next level's fine, but you guys don't even go there. Okay, two forward, 1 back. Come on, guys. That's what you do. That's only certain people do that because they fear the unknown and fear especially in knowledge, because it's going to break other parts of your ideas. They'll break apart theories that you had, securities blankets that you had of what you thought things were, what you thought the earth was, what you thought aliens might be, who you think lives here, how things work, because you were given a faulty map, a faulty framework of everything to do with reality, including the way that you perceive it. And people are they don't want to you can't smash someone's reality. Most people aren't. You don't give them fucking heroic doses like, hey, you've never done any any psychedelics. Here's 5 grams of dried mushrooms. Go sit there in a dark room. No, you don't do that to someone. You just go, okay, all right. So, yeah, it's just a matter of taking steps, and then you learn something, however you learn it, and then you give somebody else, you teach it, and that's part of think of chefing, alchemy. To be an alchemist, to be cooking, what do? You learn how something's done, and then you share it with someone. I'll share the food with you. See, and I'll even go as far to I'll even do a cooking program. You don't think I can cook? Guarantee I can. Take on any schools? No. How do I know how to cook? You see this fucking thing? I can smell what people are cooking three fucking doors down and 5 floors beneath me. I know what things look like. I know there's signs of nature. I know how they function together. Yeah. I'll teach you how to do it. It's not like wouldn't teach you like the CIA would. Did he say the CIA? Yeah, the Culinary Institute of America. See? You think it's the same? You think it's the same school? Think they work together? Perhaps. 2 different kinds of crafts. maybe they're the same craft. One's in the kitchen, one's in the IT department. See, and that's the fun part. It's like, what part of the ship can't you run? Do you know how to cook? Okay. Are you good with IT? Oh shit. You a good talker too? Oh shit. Okay. They're not in parts of the ship you can't, that you have not. At least you're not. Maybe you're not a professional at it, but you could get it done. Most people are like, they're good in the part of the ship they're in. But most people are reluctant leaders, reluctant to be heads of like chiefs or whatever. In tribal systems, chiefs are like always reluctant. They don't want that. But everybody else knows that's the chief right there. Other organizations are like, well, this guy, he's got the most money, make him the chief. He don't know what he's doing. He's gonna crash his fucking ship. Their business is gonna go right in the ground. It's gonna fall over. I tell you, part of this plasma apocalypse is really that, and it's multidimensional. What are you saying? I'm saying people's businesses will fail because they're not. There's no foundation. They're on shaky foundation, literally, on a physical level, and in respect to the way that they run a business, because they don't know what goes into making a business work. They don't know. So literally, their building is built wrong. They're an architect of how business runs, and they don't know the first thing about business, and they're an architect of the actual physical business, and they don't know how to put it together. It's going to fall over. It goes hand in hand. Those are different dimensions. They're just on different octaves, different dimensions. So business will fail that way. Watch. People will fail that way. Their body temple is improperly constructed. Fall apart. Building, their cars, their ark is improperly constructed. I'm telling you, it's just how it happens. It's just what it is. Well, do you guys want to come over to the Zoom room? Do you guys want to hang out with me? And for these last few days, that I'm going to be offering these classes. These aren't really classes. These are just like hangouts, but there's class session. I mean, we had some special guests recently. We get live musicians, some of the greatest musicians on earth. I'm telling you, I haven't even played any music yet. I haven't played any. I'll play some music. Maybe I'll play some of my music today. What do you think about that? Um, we can share screens. We can share. We had a motherfucker come in here that is like a, oh, he's fucking awesome. He's an awesome dancer. We got to watch this dude dance. That is like, I don't know. He's fucking super talented. We got dancers. We got musicians. We got artists. We got two artists that came in. Man, I mean more than that. Some of them weren't sharing. They were in the background. And then I can teach sometimes. We got whiteboards we can do. We can share screens. We can. It's so shareable. It's like a shareable wave. It's crazy. Well, if you'd like to, you can join me over here. Talk shit with me. And as usual, if I don't feel like talking to you, do not aggress at me. I will kick you the fuck out of the room. I'll talk to who I want to, how I want to, whenever I want to. And if I don't want to, I will not. But that's just a caveat for people. It's just so people understand. Like, and it's something, again, when I'm saying this, it's because I would be saying this to another version of myself, that you should never take that kind of shit from people. You should never let people waste your time and waste your energy. I've given things away that are wasted. There's a really good joke about, walking down the street and see a homeless guy, and I give him a couple bucks. And somebody says, "Why are you giving him money? He's going to spend it on drugs and alcohol." I was like, "What the fuck did you think I was going to spend it on?" I know exactly where that money's going. Good for him. I hope that helps him. And I can help other people other ways. But if somebody's going to tell me they need money for, like, I'm going to go get a burger and I know what you're doing with it, don't tell me that. Don't fucking lie to me. I'm not going to give that person money. Don't give me this fucking sappy sob story of bullshit. Tell me you want some drugs. I'm like, all right, cool. How much can I donate to you? But nonetheless, if you guys want to come through, you can. Let me see what else is up in here. Let me answer all of your hellos. Good evening. Taking a break from the crazy and enjoying a dose of sanity. How you doing, Mr. Atman? J. Marley, how are you doing? Did I sleep? No. So I've regulated my sleep to, I'm down to about 4 hours. I think 4 hours is about standard. That's gonna be what I require for a little bit. I had like 3 days no sleep, and then I was doing like 2 hour sleep. That just wasn't enough. 4 hours seems to be right there, right now, and it's comfy. It was right when it got colder, so it was like I got 2 hours when it was warm, and then I got 4 hours when it got a little colder. So yeah, 4 hours has been comfy. Full spectrum. Hello, sir. What's up, Mr. Gamble? She called you sinister, glitter. Well, what's up? What is wrong with the sinister? Go look up the word. Go find me the root word for sinister, which is sin. Ain't nothing wrong with sin. I hope there ain't nobody here that lives without sin and outside of it. Sin is sine waves. Sine waves is a function to keep balance. Everything you're doing is micro movements to left and right to keep on a path. Ain't nothing wrong with sinners and sinister. The spinster sisters, the sinister ones. You make an assessment. See, I make an assessment. 11 people, 3 people found their way to the thumbs up. Amazing. Yeah. So right now I can make an assessment. See, the thing that's kind of lame about YouTube is I want to know who those 8 people are here that are so fucking, like, just, they can't quite figure it out where the thumbs up is. So I can be like, hey, here's where the thumbs up is on your system, just to make sure that happens. Not because I need it. It's not doing anything for my ego, but it's just the fact that, like, is it that fucking difficult? People that don't give me a thumbs up are like people that don't use turn signals. They're fucking idiots. That's a fact. You don't use a turn signal. It's the simplest thing. Your fingers are right. All you have to do is go boom. It's right there. It's right. Doom. Take a left. Let people know it's just, I don't know, courtesy. It's just nice to do. How many people I've seen like cut people off without signals? Oh, I didn't see you there. Well, maybe if you put your signal there, I could have like meep, or sped up or slowed down. I didn't know you were fucking change lanes. Maybe give me a little heads up. You're gonna change lanes. I don't know. Yeah. Make an assessment. What's up? Gianni's. Well, it is. It is, isn't it? What's up, Black Sun? What is the best thing about America? I don't know. I don't know. I don't really. Do you talking about the land or the company or the like the company, the corporation? You talking about like just the place? I don't know. It's you can't. It's hard to make an assessment versus other places because I don't know the culture like that. I've never lived in other countries. I've been to other countries, but it doesn't. You know, your vantage point of seeing something through a traveler or a. If you, I mean, what do people do? A vacationer who can never see another place. A traveler will see some of it. You know, when you call someone travel, like traveling is different. Like you're observing, but you can't you can't be immersed in a culture fully, completely. It wouldn't. You need more time to do that. You need to be like in the culture and get to know people, and that's the people make up the culture. Everything else is secondary. You can't get to know people on a large, en masse in a short period of time. It's impossible. But I mean, where I live, as I'll always say, I don't think there's a better place in the Americas than New Orleans. I don't think it's even close. I don't think any place is even nearing how awesome this place is. Mm. I've lived a lot of other places. They all seem to have the people and the culture. It sucks. This place does not suck. Giants Tartary, what's up? They say who asks questions hasn't seen much yet. Give me that. Let me get that YouTube. Let me get that AdSense, yo. Lincoln, you heard that the eye can see 300 meters. Nah, I can definitely see a lot farther than that. I mean, that seems a little. No, I can look out. I can look out my window right now and see the city. The city is way more than 300 meters away. So I don't know. I don't know. That doesn't seem. Hmm, I don't know. I don't think that's. No. Can the eye see infinitely? I don't think so. And and math can only work if there's boundaries. So there's infinity within boundaries. If that makes sense, because you can divide any number you want infinitely. But you have to have boundaries for that to exist. Because I mean, think about it. The larger the object, it could be farther away. Is not a mountain. It's like sometimes it's a half hour from you, miles and miles and miles away. And you can see it. So apparently you can keep driving and get there eventually. It's just the bigger the object, you'll be able to see. I mean, there has to be a point where it doesn't matter how big the object is; it's just too far away. But I don't know. What is that? If it's this close, if it's really close to you and it's this big, it's that big, right? That's pretty big in my side of view. But as I go out here, I mean, it could. I don't know. At what point there has to be some point of like, okay, then it would cover up your whole field of view and you wouldn't even know that you're seeing it. Does that make sense? That if you could see an object right up here close to you, but then it says, hey, it's a spaceship. That's a good idea. It's a spaceship. It's right in front of you. You can see it. You can see it a little farther away. It's pretty big. But as it gets farther away for you to see it, it will become so massive that it will cover up your entire field of view. And so you wouldn't even know that you're seeing it. Does that make sense? How many different dimensions? Most people would say there's 9 major. I think it has to do with the 7 and the 9. I think you have the 7. I think you have the 7 chakras. The 7 is the major points. Red, orange, yellow, green, blue, indigo, violet, and then black and white are the linchpins on the ends that smush the thing together. to make so this the barriers. Those are the barriers. But there's something beyond that. So within that, it seems like that's the. Most people say there's like the sevens or the nines. Let's see. There's something there, which is interesting. I was born in '79 and graduated in '97. Weird. Arcadian, what's up? Gonna have to dip in a second. Yeah. So do any of you want to come through this room? You guys want to come over here? And this room, it's a little different. It's a little different because you get to interact, and you can see my cool wall hanging. Well, it's on a wall. It's on that wall. It's just behind me. Maybe you'll see my alpacas. Maybe you'll see a plasma apocalypse behind me. I don't know. Dog Boy Malone, what's up, yo? Dog Boy Malone, I ain't talked to you in a bit. He just came here. The earth is flat. The realm is almost certainly flat. I mean, Dog Boy Malone. I think everybody here is pretty aware that the Earth is not a splitting ball flying through outer space. Although, what it is exactly with the maps we've been given are probably a little wrong too. It's definitely the realm is almost certainly flat as far as we can tell. Yeah. Is there realms above us and below us? Probably. Is there other places way that way on the realm? It might be like this. It might be like, but it's as flat as it could be, for sure. Public service announcement by Dog Boy Malone. I ain't seen you in fucking couple years, huh? Oh, when I found your channel. Cool. Got any Sid, bro? Fucking Sid. No, the only here. There you go. There's a little acid for your face right there. There, it's like you can. I don't do drugs. I am drugs. You know this. I could talk to people to make them feel like they're high as fuck or on acid or mushrooms or. I could probably throw some DMT vibes out in people's heads. Julius Caesar. Julius Caesar's a great place to be. And I don't believe for 1 second that JC is better than LSD. Have you ever heard Lake Street Dive? I would say JC does not. Justin Bieber. He's Jay Beezer's singer. Justin Bieber's the singer, but JBs are nowhere near LSDs. Joakim and Boaz, Justin Bieber's those singers, right? Jack Black's. He's a singer too. Lake Street Dive. Her name is Rachel Price. Rachel Price. Lake Street Dive, yo. I don't fuck with. I mean, if you're just using that as an analogy, I don't fuck with LSD either. Like, as a substance, I don't like it. It's fine. There is no he. Ah, come on, don't come here with that bullshit. Don't come here and start spreading some shit about some Bible bullshit. Some Bible shit. It is called Bible shit. They should call it the Bible shit. Don't do that unless you're gonna tell me about astrotheology, its connection to the human body, the psyche, the mind, and unless you can read it to me from when it was originally written in the original tongue. I don't want to hear about it because there's nobody named Jesus out here. Jesus doesn't exist in the English. It exists in the English as an alteration through many different forms in other different books. Unless you can read in Greek, then it's an idiotic thing to say. I don't like it. I don't like to get into it with people. DMT. Yeah. I know. My last name is Adam. My last name is Atman, so I know a little bit about DMT. Yes. Sure. What are you talking about, dog boy? What is, I don't understand. No, flat doesn't imply no space. Flatness, here, try this out. Astrotheology. Flat. I don't agree with the flat that all the idiots are speaking. I don't agree with idiots. Or morons, or dummies. I don't know. If something is flat, it does not imply there's no space. If I have inside of me, I have outside of me. If I have inner space, I have outer space. If there's something that is a barrier, what is it a barrier from? There must be something outside of there. There's an inner space and an outer space. There's as above, so below, as within, so without. There is definitely an outer space. Not the way they present it to us, obviously, but astrotheology. And hence, you're making a non sequitur. See, do you understand this non sequitur? I thought you said it was flat, hence no space. That's a non sequitur. You know what a non sequitur is? Your first statement doesn't verify or even equate to the next variable that you give. I mean, what is flat doesn't mean anything. Flat just means it's flat. It could be flat for infinite space, and there could be domes. Could be domes over every other, space all around this whole realm. I mean, think about it. If you had a just look at your carpet, right? Look at your floor. You could just put cut a bunch of soccer balls or basketballs in half and just put those all over the floor. We could be living underneath one of those. There's still an outside space, and there might even be a floor above you, just like those guys in like Thor. You got to read all these books as an esoteric understanding. The exoteric understanding will get you nowhere. It's all symbolic. It's all symbology. It's like believing the Mayans were actually sacrificing babies. It's stupid. It's like believing people were like killing bulls. No, it's about the age. It's about astrology. And obviously, why would the dude even walked with 12 disciples? This is the sun and the 12 astrology signs. That's what it is. Yeah. What if I'm wrong? What if I'm wrong? But are you sure you found the right way? No, there is no right way. I don't believe there is. Are you sure? Yeah. That's my point. If you weren't there, then you don't know. So you're giving me apply the same questions to yourself before you ask me. You're asking me what if I'm wrong? What if I'm wrong? Okay. Nothing changes. Okay, then I'm wrong. So be it. It's not, at least it was a fun journey, huh? At least I thought. At least I used the things that were given to me, granted by the universal principles, universal law, the universal one, the universal God, the universal goddess, the everything, the Tao, all of that is the same. It's just different languages using different words to mean the same thing, the everything. Yeah. Somehow, if I have this brain to use, I'm gonna use it. If I got a body to use, I'm gonna use it. I'm gonna sit in yogic postures. I'm gonna play games. I'm gonna play sports. I'm gonna teach what I think is right and what it feels right to me. It's all. I don't say shit for, because I read it in a book. I've read lots of books. I've read and I put all those things together, and out. If I just throw everything in there, and out comes this kind of framework that looks way, way more organized than what I've gotten when people just see piece of the story. When I've been out of body, I've seen things. When I can see my own body when I get out of it. I can see this realm when I go to other realms. I can see the other realms. I see different things. So, and then there's people that can see well beyond me, and I know that. So to me, things seem to be a certain way. They seem to be. Should I doubt myself? I doubt myself 1%. That's the way to look at it. It always gives me a comfortable hey, I don't have an ego about it. I'm pretty sure about this. Like, I'm pretty sure about it. So if you're driving somewhere, you ever been driving with your girlfriend somewhere? And your girlfriend, she's not so good with directions. You're certain that the thing's right over there. You got to go down the street and over there. And you come up there, and she goes, we got to go right. I'm like, no. I mean, we could go right, because you could go right, and then go down this street over there, and then around, and over here, and then go, hey, we'll get there. You'll get there. Is she wrong? No. But it's right there. It's right there. You're like, nah, it's a left. So am I right and she wrong? No. But hey, it looks like the map that I'm making and the journey seems to be is right there. All the extra excess doesn't need to be there. And there seems to be a lot of people that read one thing and think they know everything. And in fact, because they don't have a vantage point of looking at the book from where it came from or who wrote it, and they've taken it as the word of something, and it's not. Man has had his hands all over the books. You can't trust man's hands or books or so. Unless someone that is speaking about Jesus Christ, you better be speaking about Allah arm, leg, leg, arm, head. You better be speaking about the Quran too. If you don't know that story, then your knowledge is not even half of what it could be. Even if you don't agree with it, maybe you'd realize that there's telling a story about Ibrahim and Abraham and Saraswati. And you can look at the Hindu culture and go, oh shit, all of these names, it seems like the story is running a very parallel path, just using a different language. But if you research it to the beginning language and the source language, you know, they'll tell you where the source language came from. Hebrew and Greek, and you know, even before that, what's this language? If you can't speak those languages and don't know those tongues, then you've been how many translations? What book are we reading out of? Which version of the Bible? I seen people that read the Bible that tell me all about Jesus Christ at JC every day. You know, I'm like, well, which Bible? Can you explain to me who translated that? Why is that the best translation? But you're arguing with the Baptists that argue with the born agains that are the Seventh Day Adventists. There's lots of sects, and I'm like, really? You're reading the same book? Well, no, they're reading the King James. Oh, they're reading the, and I'm like, man, there's even the same book got how many versions, and they're all mistranslated from. So okay, all of them have to be mistranslated unless there's one good translation, and everybody swears they got the right translation, and I'm like, in fact, they all could be the wrong they all can't be the right translation, but they all can be the wrong translation. Yes, it's a fact. They all could be wrong, and we all don't know where they came from. So for my money, if I were to, you know, I would burn all the books, burn them all, every single last one of them, every book. I'm not talking about just holy books. I'll burn those too. Burn them all down. Then we'll see how people interact with the world the way it should be, instantaneously, organically, with you know, their preconceived notions of things would be gone. They wouldn't have those things. They wouldn't have, oh, well, it says here, so and so said. That's the guy. That's the one. They don't even know what his fucking name is. You can't long time in hell, if I'm right. For who? I mean, you come in here like telling me about hell right now. You come and walk in here and tell me about hell. I don't, you know, that's your opinion. You don't know. You're making up stories. You're giving me options that I don't agree to. I don't agree to your system. You walk up to Morpheus. Morpheus asks you if you want the red or the blue pill. You know what you could do? You could say, I'm not going to take the red or the blue pill. Where's the green one, Morpheus? Go give me the green pill. Go give me the other one. In fact, I don't even want a pill. I don't even eat pills, B. You're the drug addict, not me. Why don't you go get me some good food? Can't you just get me? I want a mango. Can you give me a mango? You see, you're giving me a mathematical equation that's based upon your perception of reality, which is based upon a book that doesn't even have any basis in reality. So you're giving me so many fantasy levels of nonsense that I can't even. I don't care. It's like, no, it's not hell for me. It's not. I'm having a perfectly wonderful time. I've had plenty of days of good days, depression and bad days and anxiety, and happy days and wonderful days, just like anybody else. And in fact, nobody knows the complete right answer. Everybody's on a path. Everybody's going to get there. Wherever it is, we're going. We're all walking each other home, as Ram Dass says. Ram Dass. Baba Ram Dass. So I don't know, but I don't for a second. And you can't have a soul. A soul is a singular thing that we're all part of. We all can be ensouled to one idea and one thing: community, family, you know, humanness, the form. We're all soul like that. Some people are without soul because they're not connected. Some people, you know, people that are spirited, they have a lot of spirit, but they have no soul. There's plenty of people that have spirit in them. There's some people that are robots. They're zombies. You know, robot zombie people. They're walking through the... Then you have people that have spirit, but no soul. You ever see people try to dance that can't dance? They ain't got no soul. Let's be honest. No soul there. None. They're not connected. You can verify people if they can dance. And you can tell if people got the spirit, the energy. You know what the spirit is. You know all about the spirit, right? Some people got fake spirit, though. Your Velil Klops, it's Clogs Rumi, I don't know. Yeah, but yeah. I mean, Dag Boy, it's been fun, but I'm done with this conversation. This is you're looping me into a circular conversation based upon your theories and thoughts, which I don't really care. I care too much to waste my time having this conversation with you anymore. It's wasteful. You're wasting my time. I mean, I appreciate it. It's been fun. I mean, we talk about something else, but I'm not really. But what if I'm right and you're wrong? What if you go to hell and everybody else goes to heaven because they figured out that Jesus Christ is going to jack them off when they get to heaven? I don't know, bro. I don't know, and you don't know either. But you're giving me an equation that says there's a possibility that you're right, and your implication is if you're right, then I die and I burn, and I'm a bad person. And I should burn, and you're a good person, and you follow the directions of Jesus. But what about all the other people that are reading other books? They don't even know about the fucking Bible. You know, it's a moot, ridiculous argument. What if there is a guy named what if a slug runs the universe? A slug. You know, the thing that just a sloth. How about a sloth? Maybe that's easier. Doesn't even speak English. Never wrote anything down. But you come to him and he telekinetically says, "Yeah, the Bible and all those other things, those were just got in the way. That was never supposed to be there. Those people are trying to put people into cults. I don't join cults. People try to join a club. Clubs are to bang people over the head with. Christianity and Muslim and all the rest of them are all clubs. I don't participate in them. I know all about them, and I'm happy and friendly with all of these people. Got much love for them. Everybody. But can't take that on. It's not my responsibility. It's not the oldest book in history. It's not the oldest book in history. Okay, thank you. Now you come here just to insult me? I'm wrong? So you said first it was I might be wrong, and you might be right, and I might be right, and you might be right. Now you're just telling me verbatim that I'm wrong. That's out of your mouth. Peace out, bro. Wow, I didn't, you used to be cool, and now you're a psychopath. Exactly. You come here, why you do this? No, peace out, B. I'm really good. I'm really good on talking anymore. Thank you, though. I didn't call you a bad person. Peace out, bro. Seriously. What? Is this what happens? Oh, you're not upset. No, you're not upsetting me. No. Here's the thing: is I don't have time. This has been the key point of everything. You're not upsetting me. I just don't care to have this conversation with you anymore because it's pointless. Because you're in my ear, and I don't want you in my ear. It's just obnoxious. You're being the obnoxious person that I made the video about for the past couple of days. That like, it's not cute. It's not funny. It's not helpful. You're not being helpful. You're getting in the way of the other people that want to listen to what I have to say. So go and continue on your church. I mean, I remember talking a while back. He was cool, and now you're just like all up in my shit, and it's not funny. It's not cool. I don't like it. So I would appreciate, for my space and my entity, my energy that is connected to many different things, many different gods and goddesses, and even the most high, the source code, the most low, all of it. I would appreciate if you would just leave me the fuck alone. You know what I mean? Don't upset me. You're just getting in the way of everybody else. It's upsetting me that you're getting in the way of their ability to have a conversation with me. That's all. But yeah, well, maybe. Peace out, bro. Why? It's obnoxious. Obnoxious. Well, hope you guys enjoyed. Wow, was that fun? Was that fun? Did you guys enjoy that? Yeah. Yeah, the merciful God came. Yeah. It's so funny because I do know that dude from years ago. And I even knew his channel and put him on. Like, he used to listen to me, and I used to like, oh, cool channel, bro. Now he just, ask somebody to stop aggressing at you. Leave it alone. I should have, I didn't want to delete his conversation. I wanted people to see what he said. I just wanted him out of the room because it's just annoying. I've upset you? Is that your goal? Is that what your God wants you to do? Upset people? Well, there you go. It's practice. It's a theory and practice. This is why come here? First thing he says, the Earth is flat. Obviously, you weren't listening to me. Obviously, you're not paying attention. Paying attention? We already know the Earth is flat. Huh? Okay. Good. Okay. I think I've got some percent. Now we can hit him. Hit him with the Bible. Yeah. That's what they come through with, the whip and a Bible. They can't fucking whip your ass. They're gonna hit you with a Bible. Yeah. I hope you guys enjoyed that. I don't. What do you do with that? I mean, if you guys were reading the comments, it's just ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous. I mean, how many times did I said something and he just made non sequiturs, made things that didn't make sense, try to fit together, and then make assessments that were completely out of bounds. Ugh, that's weird. Weird people. Anybody want to come out of this? Anybody want to come over to this other room? I'm gonna count. I'm gonna get off this stream here. I'm gonna start another one. If you want to come over to the Zoom, you can. Would you like to? Anybody? Here. How about this? Tell me that you would like to come over here, and I'll give you the key, the access code. We'll just wait. What's up, Glitter Kid? How to set it up? Just download. Go to zoom.us. I believe that's the website, and just download this software. I think you just gotta scroll to the bottom of the page. It'll say download. Hit download. Downloads it, and it's like, what's your email? What's your screen name? Same as anywhere else. What's your email, screen name, password? And then you put in this number. So go download that. Write this number down right now. 823-8248-2799. See, that's the thing is, isn't that funny though? People, like I've told people this before, it doesn't upset me. I'm not even that's not even me. That's just me animated. It's a certain degree of, okay, I've already asked you multiple times. It's just fucking just dip. It's not fun. It's not like Jesus had you do that. Well, then Jesus is a fucking weird fucking dude. Couldn't answer any of my questions, which were factual. It's not the oldest book in the world. It's the dumbest shit I've ever heard. It's not the oldest book in the world, not even close. It's the dumbest shit I've ever heard. In fact, anybody that's read books and looked in this, no, it's not. It's not. It is clearly not. Here, I'm just going to come and say things if I know them to be true. And then I'm going to tell you you're wrong after giving you, well, you might be wrong, I might be right. You might be right, I might be wrong. Whatever. But if you thought, it's the same Jesus bullshit. If you're wrong, you go to hell. You will burn in hell. Well, why come and say that to me? That's so aggressive and so nasty. I didn't come into your room and tell you you're going to go to hell if you don't believe me. If you don't believe me, you don't believe me. About anything I say, I don't give a fuck. You just go to your next incarnation. Whatever that fucking might be. Maybe you die and you vanish and go nowhere. Maybe you go to underworld. Maybe above world. Maybe you go to heaven. I don't know. I just don't think there's some sort of place called hell. We know hell would be having people like that is, hell to me is having people that believe Christianity so hard, or Muslim, or Seventh-day Adventist, or the people that be coming knocking on your doors. Like, oh, hey, do you want to take Jesus in here? No, I don't. No. How many people have how many people come out of that religion unscathed? None of them. There's plenty of people that have to leave those religions because they're completely they're wrought with insane people. Spirituality has nothing to do with religion. Spirituality is the study of spirit, of energy. Those books are not the study of that. It's a study of man's writing skills. Editing, their writing skills and editing skills. That's what those books are for. I don't know. I mean, in one way, it keeps my sword sharp. My sword sharp. When I have to do that, but it's just when that's the thing. It's like that's like to me dealing with kindergartners. Like it's not even a real. It's not even a debate. It's not advancing anyone. It's just an aggression on his part at me. Does that noticeable to anyone else? Do you know how this happens? People that they feel self-righteous, they feel like they know something, and they're trying to save you. From what? How are you certain there is hell? You've never been there. How you certain there's heaven? You've never been there. It's not some guy walking around like, "Hi, I'm the Jesus Christ. Good to meet you." Ha! You want to come to heaven? Here, check it out. No, it doesn't work that way. But people want to tell you about religion. No, it's a religion. I don't want to be part of someone's legion. You know what a legion is? I'll leave that alone, huh? I'd rather just be human. Human God. Whatever. There's demigods, there's angels, there's devils, there's demons. A lot of people, they claim they're part of this church. They claim they're part of the spiritual realm. Yeah, you know what? You know what's spiritual? You know what's spiritual? Angels, God is spiritual. Humans are spiritual. You know what else is spiritual? Demons, devils. I mean, if you play that game. But you know what? I got friends in high-end low places. I talk to God and devil every day. You know what they tell me? About the same thing. Fuck idiots. Fuck the idiots. Can't do anything for them. That's what they tell me. I go, thanks, God. Thanks, devil. And then I'll tell them, then I'll actually go talk to Lucifer. Then I might even go talk to Satan. Holy shit, you're telling me those are three different entities, beings? Satan, Lucifer, and the devil. They love to put these people together. It's not the same thing. Lucifer has nothing to do with Satan, has nothing to do with the devil. Three different characters. And as a Christian, you love God. That's your God. And then you got the Jesus. God, Jesus, and then you got one character beneath that you just interchange the names. And that's not true. That's totally different things. Totally different spirits, totally different energies. Just like Jesus was not his original name. It's the light bringer. It's about light. It's about light. It's about this. A lot of people will say Lucifer is connected to Venus to a degree, but then again, if we really consider it, our planet is very much hinged to Venus, Venusian. It's physical reality. It's part of the V. There's a lot. We'll get into it a little more. Oh, is nobody coming over here? It's just me. It's me. You guys not gonna join? Well, fuck you guys. I just don't understand it. Like, it's just obnoxious, man. Why do people have to be so obnoxious? Like, I guess it's like when I go out and I'm out at a bar or I go out in public and there's like places you can be, like the expectation is for people to be obnoxious, and you'll just go, yeah, we all he's smoked out on that, he's drunk on that, he's fucked up on this, and we all there. Everybody. I guess I always forget that people all day long are drunk on watching the television, drunk on reading the Bible, drunk on whatever the fuck they're doing in life, drugged up on all of the prescription pills they're taking. And I kind of forget that day to day, people got so many different drugs running through their system that they have no idea. Like, and information is a drug. How is it there's so many people who are so certain of the Bible, and then all of a sudden they're like, oh shit, I see the error of my ways. And then there's other people that go, I used to do all this crazy shit, now I found that Jesus is my light. The people that used to be in religion that are no longer in religion, they will not beat you over the head with their newfound whatever they found, but they'll tell you all the errors in what's going on with that religion bullshit. But people that came from somewhere else that find religion, and they'll be like, this is the savior. You fucking take this savior, because he's going to make sure you don't go to hell. And I'll beat you out of fucking hell. And I'll tell you why. I'm like, well, shit, thanks for telling me. This is obviously heaven. This is who I want to go to heaven with. If this is the kind of motherfuckers that are going to heaven, leave me the fuck off the sheet. I don't want to be there. I'll stay right. I'll be right where I am. I'll go fucking hang out with the cool people in hell. Fuck you. Because if that's the kind of people that Jesus wants on his team, keep them. Go take them, Jesus. Yahshua. Go take them. Ayuswa. Whatever. Go take them. If that's what they're gonna be, maybe people got it. If everything's upside down, if it's upside down and backwards, maybe God's gonna give you all the lesson when you get there. Maybe that. Maybe the devil goes, hey, congratulations, welcome. It's a playground. You wanna have some fun? Yeah. Do anything you want? Yeah. Yeah. Go have fun. Okay. is not punishment? No. Who told you that? Some people on Earth? Oh, those idiots? Oh, they like Jesus, don't they? Yeah. Oh, Jesus got something in store for them. You think? You think that might just be it? It could be. We've been told everything is backwards and wrong. If everything's backwards and wrong, that would include what you consider Lucifer or the devil or hell. What do you think heaven is? Hmm. I don't know. What do you think? It's a possibility. It is a possibility. In the same way he was asking me, it is a possibility. It's a possibility as much as anything else is. Here, 8823. What are you doing? 869? No. 823. What is that? Damien? No, that's from the other day. No. The room number changes on a daily basis. That way, I don't have assholes from yesterday trying to come in the room today when they were not invited. 823 8248 2799. Try that. That's the one. Oh shit, for real? Let me see what's going on here, dude. Hold on. Let me see what's going on here. That's the one. That's let me see what I got going here. Hold on, dude. I didn't know that. I don't know why that would be happening. Um is it did that go away yet? Hold on a second. Let me see here. Um oh, it's not what's happening here. Let me see. Okay, can you? I think you guys can get in now. Okay, you both should be able to get in. I think, what's up, Damien? I cannot hear you yet. It takes a second to connect the audio. Is that giving anybody that's a problem saying there's another room open? There shouldn't be. Did that go away?
It won't go away. Yeah. What?
Well, what?
What?
What the fuck?
Where are we?
Where are we?
Who are we?
Yeah. Okay, you said there's
How
a.
are you doing today?
I'm good, man. What? So it says the host has another meeting in progress. Did that just happen once? Did that go?
That was for
The other number.
the
Okay.
other day, yeah, from
Okay, that's yeah. Okay, so this is the meeting that's going on. That other one is
Hydra.
Hydra. Oh, that's so funny. You said Hydru. I thought you said Hell Hydra. I was like, oh shit. I was like, first I get smashed with the Bible. Now I got fucking Hydra coming here with the multi-headed.
Yeah, don't forget I'm a demon.
Ah, Christ. Oh no.
Hey guys, what's going on?
What's up, Drew? And why didn't you? Hey, Demon. Why didn't you come there to my assistance when I was getting smashed in the face with the Bible?
I was a little behind on that. The majority of it.
Yeah, Damien. Yeah.
I missed most of it, but
It was good. I wish I could have left up the comments. When I kicked him out of the room, I didn't realize he would steal his comments too. Mad frustrating and silly. Yeah. Hey, let me go. Let me. Am I? This one might be. I'm not. Whoa! I'll be right back.
I'm good, thank you. I'd rather see your face. Thanks. Must be hot where you are.
What's that, cold?
No, it must be hot where you are.
A little bit. It's like 80 degrees. It's perfect.
80 degrees.
Where are you?
I'm in UK.
Okay.
Doom and gloom.
Mm. Yeah, I don't know what that is in Celsius, but
Quite hot if you without a t-shirt.
So
Yeah.
32 degrees Celsius is about 100 degrees, right? 100 degrees Fahrenheit.
So
Is that
it
right?
must be below 30. Yeah, that's pretty hot. Nice.
Is that about right?
Nice.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah.
Oh, I don't know. I don't work with Fahrenheit.
Yes. Okay, so what's a fucking hot day for you? What's a fucking boiling day?
40 degrees.
40. Okay, then I'm wrong. So boiling. So it'd have to be above 40 to be 100 because it doesn't even get to 100.
No, I think you're right. 100 will be about 30.
No, because
It
40
is
you're not getting up to 110 in the UK. The hottest days I'm in.
UK. UK.
I'm well
I mean,
closer to the
yeah,
board
yeah,
to
yeah.
the equator than you. You know.
This year you did get just below 40 degrees in UK. It was 38, the hottest day of
So
the year.
so I think 38 would be in the 90s. I don't think the
No way.
UK's really. I'm doing the math
Yeah,
right now. I'm gonna look on this thing.
dude, I'm pretty sure this year it was
There's
just
no
about
way.
38. And I'm sure in Poland you can get about 40.
Okay,
Yeah.
Celsius to Fahrenheit we're looking at right now, and 30,
I know I felt
38 is actually 100 on the dot. 38 will get 100. Okay, that's
okay.
38's 100. Makes sense.
That's fucking boiling hot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I don't know. We probably had a couple days nearing 100 here. We usually get days up in the hundreds, right, Drew? We get over 100. This year I didn't see it, but I felt it. You know what I'm saying? There were some 98-degree days, but we don't even get below. We don't really get below even high 60s in the winter, which is, we don't get snow. You guys still get snow, right?
Rarely.
Rarely. Okay.
Less and less.
Okay. Yeah, I think we've had
Yeah,
one day of snow in the past 10 years.
No, I mean, climate is changing. It's so visible, especially during the winter.
Hey, what up, Glitter Kid? Did you get it?
Like, I remember years ago, when I was a kid, we used to take sledges. There was shitloads of snow. Now, there is like... If you get a 1 day of snow during the winter, that's good.
Mm-hmm. Sledding is fun, man. Okay. Hey, it's that Damien put the wrong number in there. It's 823 8248 2799. 823 8248 2799. And Damien put the wrong number.
Yeah, it's coming to midnight, I believe.
Hey Damien, are you still on the YouTube? Can you delete that last number? You can click on your name and delete that last number if you're on the YouTube, because that's the wrong room number. Fucking wicked. Yeah.
Done.
Dum 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 dum. There it is. No, is that right?
So you been working this week, Damien?
Yeah, and I still might do work tomorrow. I don't know. The guy just messed up with my customer. So I don't know if he's gonna show up or not. And yeah. He wants to get work, but he cannot pay. So I don't know.
Oh yes. What time are we looking at? Is it 5? Oh, is it 6 already? No shit. Okay, well, right around 6:30, people will probably be able to.
What's your plan for evening?
Hey, Glitter Kid, it's right. Hey, Glitter Kid, it's right above you. Do you see it? 823 824 82799.
Career stuff, ambitions, and whatnot. Maybe involving YouTube, but
Pubes.
really
You pubes.
put it into concrete direction.
Okay, well, write half of them down. I'll give you the other half. You can't see it. I don't know why. Fuck. Okay, I'll tell you. 823
All right.
8248
Trying to kind of
2799.
figure
And if you
out
need to type it in, then ask me again.
You know what?
You can type it in
A
there.
lot of guidance gave me Chinese astrology. It was how was it called? Bazi.
what is that?
Yeah, write it down. Check it out. It's BA-ZI. And they do like a horoscope stuff.
Okay, yeah.
That gave me quite a lot of guidance.
Yeah.
823 824 823 824 8. Yep,
Please
and
can
then
mute you.
$27.99.
I don't know if he's muted, but he's definitely talking to somebody else.
Are you still live on YouTube?
Hey, yeah. Let's see who else can come over. You can hear me now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
good. Yeah, I was talking over here like this, and that's why you probably couldn't hear
This is
me.
like, whoa, whatever
Well,
you
we?
face it the other way, I cannot hear you.
Yeah. Let me change my background again. What do we got? Oh, there he is. There's Dr. Acula right there. All right. All righty.
For the last bit, it just escaped my mind every time.
Yeah, that's just above the most people can remember. They can get up to 8 numbers and then it starts to go completely awry.
So, Damien, what are your ambitions? On
My
this topic?
ambition is to be free.
Take that,
What
man.
would that entail?
He wants to be able to fart. He wants to be able to fart in the palm of his hand and sniff it in a fine restaurant.
Yeah, I want to be able to
That's a
find
very strange question. Ambition in life, what do you believe in? That's a very strange question.
What do you believe in? Yeah,
What do I believe in? I believe in myself.
I believe in pussy. In pussy.
Pussy power.
Pussy and power. Yes. There's many powers in the world. Not. Yeah, it is one of the stronger ones, isn't it?
Yeah.
It is.
Enlighten us, Zen. Yeah, of course it is.
It's one of the strong ones.
There wouldn't be us.
Yeah, I mean I mean in every way, the aroma, the feeling, you know what, there is the turn off to it, which is what it's connected to, because usually the mind of the vagina is connected to the vagina, tends to be exceptionally manipulative because as subconsciously I think they know of the great power that they have, the power of sheathing the sword, you know.
The power is reflected.
Yeah, and it can be. It goes both ways.
I believe in
So, dude, hey, here's a question. What up? What up, Malone? What up, dude? Lincoln, you got it? Okay. Lincoln Cashnut. Are you Island of Glass? What's up, dog boy?
Can you kick him if he's
Oh yeah.
online?
Yeah.
Time?
Yeah. Anybody wants to. It's not.
He's connecting, at least in my screen, it looks like it's.
Yeah, he's connecting to audio.
Yeah, it always takes longer to connect audio. I don't know what that's about.
Island of Glass.
I think Island of Glass might be Lincoln, because I don't know. I don't know if Lincoln. Lincoln, you. What's going on? Is you Lincoln? What's up, dog boy?
Yeah. Lincoln, hey.
What's up,
Yo.
Good evening, gentlemen.
Good evening, sir.
Welcome.
So anyone, what are you up to, guys?
Just dicking around, man. We're gonna probably get into some reading soon. I got a couple of books I want to read out of. We'll do
That's right.
yeah. I mean, we're gonna.
I got like maximum,
Usually
let's
we're just
say
vibing.
50 minutes, then I need to go bed.
Okay. Well, in the next few, you know what we could do? If you said you got 15 or 50 minutes.
50.
50. Okay. Well.
Yeah.
Well, here's this book that I wanted to read out of. It's either going to be this book, which is the Universal One.
Universal One. I had in my mind. You read.
This one,
Go on.
Universal One, but this is a bit tough to read because it's because the language is it gets a little bit scientific, unless I get into
You know what's hard to read? You did recommend that book years ago. Hang on.
Yeah. Which a book that I recommended? I mean,
Yeah.
an easier read, something a little more poetic and.
That is terrible
Oh,
hard to read.
there you go. You did. Ah, yeah.
That sounds interesting.
The Insanity of
Amazing.
Normality by Arnold Gruen. One of my favorite
That's it.
books. Great book, huh?
It's so difficult to read, especially for not for someone who English is second language.
Uh-huh.
It's extremely hard.
Which is interesting too that I think that's probably second language for him. I think he's German, Arnold Gruen. I believe he's a German that yeah. So like you're translating. So what's your original language?
Polish.
Polish.
Yeah, he's German.
He's the Germans, the Deutsch and the Germans.
I cannot stand German language. The sound of this.
Ah, so he's speaking.
It's very, very nice.
I hear what you're saying. So he's speaking with that a lot more left brain, and so the German language.
So he's speaking.
What's going on, man? Yes, sir.
So,
What's good?
That's good, dog boy. Yeah, the German, the translation is going to be a lot more patriarchy, and yeah, the translation is going to be tough depending on who did the translation. So it's going to come off really choppy. It's very.
German, the translation. That makes a lot of sense. That is German.
Uh-huh.
And the translation.
Hey, if anybody has my audio on YouTube or something, it's echoing really bad. So,
Dog boy.
Sorry, it might be me. Apologise.
oh, it's all good. Yeah.
If anybody has my
Might not be.
Sometimes I've done that. I've been on two things and it echoes back at myself and it turns to me saying the same thing like 30 times. It's like an echo chamber.
yeah, but Zoom is pretty good with this. Like they don't. Zoom doesn't recycle what's happening. Pretty good. Pretty good.
Echo chamber. Yeah, it sounds. The surname of the people that translate it sounds German anyway.
Okay, well, let's get into something that's American. Let's get into American speakers. And I think this should be good.
What's that, man?
We're gonna speak some American language of one of my favorite books. Yeah, I'm still getting feedback from somebody.
I don't think it's American.
Some American language.
I just think
It's
it's
American.
One of my favorite books.
It's gonna get muted. Yeah, that's gotta happen. Okay. Plaque, plague, breatharianism? I read this the other day. I don't think any of you guys were here for it.
Yeah, I think I did.
Were you here for the breatharian one? Okay. Then we can
Yeah.
do something else. We can get into fasting or brains. Brains in a nutshell. Talk about food signatures.
In a nutshell.
Brains in a nutshell. Let's see. Let me find that. I mean, these are all talks I could probably do out of my head, but we'll use the source material. We got Brains 101. This is interesting. I don't think we need Brains in a nutshell. Okay, here we go. Yeah, Brains 101. Here we go. I could probably get through 2 pages right now before I need to do a little stretching. Let's talk a little bit about words. Words have power. They can impact feelings, attitudes, and thus behavior. Your words are your mental power. Brains 101 has to begin with words. Fasting, fruits, vegetables, light, water, walking, love. These are wonderful, healthy words, but there's something that's just a little disturbing. Just like today's eating that can tend to provide more food and less nutrition, it seems to be the 21st century trend to have more words and less meaning. Have you noticed that a lot of people don't seem to speak plain English anymore? It seems as if the corporate world is awash with trendy pop psychology, balderdash. Nonsense, really. What I call verbal poppycock. We find it necessary to decipher much of what we hear and read only to find out that many times words are being used to say very little. This has evolved into what I call evacuous language, or simply an empty vocabulary. It is presently the hallmark of a lot of motivational consultants, sadly to say, and some speakers who spend their time running endless combinations and variations of tired old adages, maxims, and cliches into into what appears as bright, shiny new discoveries. For example, the other day I heard a guy say, "You need to strategize a visionary challenge." What he really meant to say was, "You need to plan ahead." Another thing that I heard the other day was, "I've diversified my strategic benchmarks," which simply means I had to change my mind. Don't get me wrong, I love new, fresh, and exciting presentations of things that are old as well as those that are innovative. What I don't like is what I see in the self-improvement area as a dense, somatic fog by the smoke and mirrors of trendy drivel and blather delivered from the mouths of those who prey upon the insecurities of personnel managers and other corporate bureaucrats who hire these people for disgusting amounts of money. And what it is they really get, so-called experts selling their latest string of embellished words in a book form and pitching it in a well-rehearsed speech, given with a born-again fever and filled with exaggerated optimism that has little to no substance most of the time. A guaranteed vocal elixir to fix any and all problems for those that are willing to listen to them. But one thing is for sure, and this is the upside, we do seem to get inspired, and maybe that's what we're really paying for in the long run anyway. We fill ourselves in these events with sudden new resolve, but typically this resolve evaporates by morning or in the face of the first confrontation with our real lives. At best, these high-pitched motivational experiences are diverting from the everyday grind, and they are innocent or harmless, and at very worst, I think they are just irrelevant and distracting. As a pharmacist with an F, we want you to be sensitive to this kind of thing. Pharmacists realize that lasting motivation and deep positive mental outlook are an internal dynamic that can be enhanced by the process of increased self-value through skill function. And that's the purpose of the FDR, skill function. For instance, when you've finished with the money magnet section, you will have added to your functional vocabulary 100 of today's hottest high-demand words of absolute substance. And this translates into everyday speech, the magic and power of social and business eloquence. An eloquence that not only lifts your attitude, but also your altitude of your career, your business, and your net worth. These words you used to say a lot. These words you used to say a lot about you. Say a lot about you, even at a subconscious level of the hearer. The vocabulary is at the foundation of your ability to think and your ability to share your thoughts with other people. In fact, you can't think of a word without first thinking of a word. Try it. We tend to draw us to things we think about, so why not increase the words that draw wealth, health, new positions, attention, the desire of others, power, confidence, and self-esteem? These words I call money magnets. Words that build a thought bank, a usage index, a wealthy vocabulary, so to speak, the speech of a seven-figure income. If you were to go through 1 week's worth of vocabulary in an issue of a Wall Street Journal or New York Times, and then somehow manage the time to write the words all down, memorize them, and begin to use them, you'd have a truly extensive money magnet vocabulary, except that most people don't have that kind of time or energy. And then again, why bother? Let me jump to some more about these brains here. Whether we know it or not, we all actually put our money where our mouth is. In other words, our speech pretty much determines our earnings. We earn or speak our earnings. Words are really part of an electromagnetic field, just as light is. Sound is in the form of words, can be sonoluminescence, meaning that they can literally lighten you up. They can brighten you. They glow. There's power in words. As you think and speak about business comes to you. Now, to introduce you to where all this is going, let's discuss words and their structure as a collective means of communication for a minute. In the English lexicon, we have well over 1 million words to draw from. English is the largest and most dynamic, functional, utilitarian, and technological language on Earth. More on this in a moment, but first, there is what linguists and philologists, those who love to study words, call Brown's corpus. It's a collection of all of the words used in today's English. There are over 1 million of those. Now get this, 50% of these million plus words have just 4 letters in them, or less. For example, the words like the, has been, and, but, of, that, and have. But when we create a dictionary of words, words of 4 or fewer letters only represent and account for less than 9% of the entire dictionary. This shows what is called, in communication, efficiency of language. Short words are repeated often and are all called high-frequency words. Longer words that are used sparingly. Less use makes them rare. Therefore, fewer people know them. And this justifies dictionaries to collect and teach them. For every occurrence of a 10-letter word in actual communication, there are 8 occurrences of a 3-letter word. And for every occurrence of a 20-letter word, there are 3,524 occurrences of a 3-letter word. This principle in human language is similar to the predetermined design of artificial communication systems. For example, in the International Morse code, the most commonly used English letter is E. Therefore, it has the shortest symbol because it is the most often used. In the Morse code, it's one short. Conversely, less used letters such as J and Q and Y have the longest codes, various sequences of three long and one short. All of this generates minimum transmission time. So you see, Samuel F.B. Morse did, and by design and planning, what languages have achieved in their natural evolution. The top 100 of today's most frequently used words represent 49.6%, nearly half of all text or written or spoken. Just 100 words. Just 100. Fewer than 3,000 words are needed to understand 80% of human communication in any language. Although these 3,000 words are typically understood by all 13-year-olds, it does not guarantee any of us cultural survival in a modern global society. In fact, studies have shown that income is typically in direct proportion to one's vocabulary as it goes beyond the 3,000-word base. Here's an interesting discovery. It appears to be human nature to be unimpressed by being in conversation where the words of communication being used are so frequently or commonly repeated that the person listening can be ahead of the person speaking because of the high predictability, signaling, and of such common words, especially if the person speaks slowly or at a rate not in keeping with the tempo of speech used by the person listening. The person listening may actually speak up and finish the sentence for them. In other words, we more often than not get bored with most people that we have to talk to. When meeting someone new, we watch for the vocabulary clues that let us know what our interest levels are going to be in that particular person. Less predictable vocabulary presents a contribution to interest levels in the hearer created by what is called surprise value of the sentences spoken in this informational role. You can literally impress employers, managers, teachers, contemporaries, and colleagues and your friends and loved ones with little spoken gifts of mental surprises and pleasures. This happens when you use words of meaning and substance that have low usage patterns in the social context you find yourself in, and that are used by people at the top of your field of endeavor. Your communication then becomes more effective and persuasive. Now get this, don't miss the point of the truest truth. People naturally begin to place in their minds at a higher level on your mental assets through the words you speak. It's been said that intelligence is the ultimate aphrodisiac of lure or sexual appeal, and that's what the surprise value of vocabulary builds for you. Finally, as you build your linguistic virtuosity, it tends to develop for your financial and business opportunities that can generate a larger income. Let's go to more on this, because who cares about that? You see, the point is this. The American language is the most alive, complex, and dynamic language on the planet. It began to condense into its generalized present form just 400 years ago from the Indo-European roots that are quite literally thousands of years old. From this, it has become to the new evolution, the new evolved situation that we have now, which really came together in just the last 400 years and right up to our present time. English is the richest and most universal language the world has ever known. It is of no doubt the global language spoken today by almost 1 billion people on every continent of Earth, and it is the native or mother tongue of about 10% of the world's population. It is the principal language of the U.S., Britain, Australia, New Zealand, Canada, the Bahamas, and dozens of other smaller nations. And it's also the official language of dozens of other countries and territories, including India, Nigeria, Hong Kong, Ghana, and Liberia. The French hate this fact. But what's even more remarkable to me is that English has become the lingua franca. That is to say, it has become the language used as a means of communication between speakers of different languages of the world, ranging from the common speech of millions of the international language of trade, finance, and technology in almost every country and almost every level of human society, even extending itself into the worldwide space of satellite communication industries. You see, when we say that it is the lingua franca, to give you an example of what I mean by this, when a Norwegian tourist enters a Japanese shop, for instance, the tourist and the shopkeeper generally converse not in Norwegian or in Japanese, but rather in English. When a Russian airplane comes in for landing into a Pakistani airport, the pilot converses with the control tower not in Russian, the official language of the Pakistanis, but in English. If a pilot veers a little to the west and decides instead to land in China, do you think they speak Russian or Chinese? No. Again, it's English. But English is not limited to air travel. When multinational corporations need to be discussing business strategies, for instance, they usually conduct their meeting in English. When Israeli and Arab leaders meet to consider peace initiatives, they don't speak in Hebrew or Arabic. Again, they speak in English. When tiny school children throughout the world, non-English speaking world, they begin to learn their first foreign language, it is always English. And in such countries as India, where almost 200 different languages are spoken, all within its own boundaries, communication is done in English. In Nigeria, where over 250 languages are spoken, the people often use English just to communicate from village to village. But if you really want to get the sense of the magnitude of English, the next time you're watching the news and you see a protest or demonstration going on in Somalia or Bangladesh or Kenya or Ethiopia or even the Philippines, and then you see one of the participants being interviewed, pay attention to what language the person is speaking, and then you'll begin to appreciate the unique position of English in the world today, and how fortunate you are to speak this global tongue. Even the internet, the information superhighway, its infrastructure has been created in English. English words derive from every language on Earth, and English includes such linguistic gems as igloo and huskies from the Inuit, the synonym and now preferable term for Eskimo. Zombie and chimpanzees from the Bantu, a group of over 500 closely related African languages, including the Congo, Izulu, and the Swahili. The skunk, the squash, podunk, those are words from the Algonquin, or the Native American language family, including the Cree, the Blackfoot, the Cayenne, the Shawnee, the Chippewa, the Commando, and the Creek. Look at the word as Minnesota, which means the white water. It comes from the Dakota Indian, which are very related to the Lakota Indian. Now, 79% of these English words derive from three primary sources: the Anglos, the Saxons, and the Jutes out of northern Germany, and then the Latin and classical Greek. Now let's look at the vocabulary itself. First, the functional aspects of human communication, speech, and writing. Voice is the power to create the sound of inner thought. Writing is a symbolic expression in the sound of the thought. In English, there are 26 little letters that allow for an infinite arrangement of sounds. Hence, the possibility of creating new words is absolutely infinite in English. Just as the 10 numerals of our numbering system can be combined into an infinite set of mathematical values and expressions, we can in English do the same thing with words. Not all languages have this wonderfully awesome dynamic factor. Dynamism of English is causing a global language reversing, a reversal to that of the biblical account of the Tower of Babel, where languages went from one speech into the chaos of utter confusion of hundreds of new tongues. What we now see is the whole world beginning to be unified and as an implosion back into the order of language. And English, being the matrix or mix of all tongues on the planet, is the catalyst of the event. The word English means angles or angels, the tongue of angels. Now, one last thought before we deposit the currency or money magnets in your brain account for future withdrawal. And remember, every time you recall or withdraw from this account, your word bank, the bottom line goes up. It is possible. It's a whole different ballgame to be able to use words on demand, and as you know them, and you are saying them as you structure conversation and comprehend intuitively, knowing words that you hear and know their meanings. They're utilitarian. They're functional. Okay, let me take a break there, because that was a lot of words. Hope you enjoyed. Yeah. I'm gonna go take a piss. What is this? Let me see what that was. Dog boy. So I'm gonna take a piss. I'll be right back, y'all.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
Yeah, of course. I'll be back in a second.
The one who was talking about Jesus Christ. Go off. Just fucking explode on us. Just go off.
Dog boy,
Dog boy.
you need to unmute yourself. We cannot hear you.
Yeah. Just go off about Jesus Christ.
Boy, Drew, was it a large jug of urine?
It's urine, yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Are you fasting?
I was until I had a big fucking burger this evening.
Hey y'all, I'll be right back. I gotta answer a phone call, y'all. You hear me? I'll be right back. I gotta answer a phone call.
Alright.
Hold down for it. And you on here, I'll be back on here with the room number in a little bit. I hope you enjoyed the conversation earlier and the reading. I'll be back soon. Peace.